Well, guys, they finally did it. They broke the housing market, specifically here in Southwest Florida. Things are getting kind of dire right now. It's no longer something that people can avoid or ignore. The numbers are just too stark. We are seeing massive inventory increases currently at a time when we shouldn't. Historically, this is our slow season. Not everyone should be listing their house right now, but they are. When rates just hit 8%, not the best time to do that. But yeah, I mean, we've got days on market is so far up. We're double, triple in some areas what they were a year ago. Our inventory is also double and triple what it was a year ago here in Charlotte County. And we've got like 60 open houses every weekend, and they are ghost towns. They're not getting it done. There was a time when I was selling houses at open houses. You know, some agents will tell you that's very rare to happen, and it is, but you know, that's how the market was for a while. Open house, sold, done. Obviously, that's completely 180'd, and even appropriately priced properties do not appear to be getting offers quickly. So even if you price right now, you know, to what the market can bear, it doesn't mean someone's going to come along and buy it because of where the mortgage rates are. We don't have as many cash buyers as we did. Insurance is absolutely crushing people. Some of the quotes we're getting, I'm surprised people are even accepting them. You know, $7,000, $8,000 on houses, nowhere near the water, not in flood zones. It's kind of catching on with my colleagues and other people in the industry now. The tone has really shifted, specifically the date, the rate, marry the house thing. I'm seeing a lot more agents get attacked online by other agents, rightfully so, for pushing that. So the whole vibe is changing. It's not just here in Florida. It's a lot of real estate groups I'm involved in nationwide. Things I see, people have kind of realized what's happening and that these higher for longer rates are going to have a much bigger impact than what they initially thought. They're not going to go down. A lot of my colleagues in the industry are exiting, and I get that. A lot of mortgage people getting out of the industry. People think this is going to be kind of a deep sleep, you know, gridlocked, hibernating housing market, especially down here in Florida for a while. We're still selling properties, but you know, they've got to be good deals. Anything under 300 grand, still going out the window immediately. You know, that's sort of the starter house price point. You can get like a 2-1 with a carport for $230. It's 700 square feet, built in the 60s. Some of you might say that seems a little expensive. I kind of agree, but they're flying off the shelves because people can afford that mortgage, specifically first-time home buyers or people with low down payments. Not seeing as many investors scoop them up, which you guys probably know why. There's so many rentals on the market here, and they just keep going up and up and up, and they're building all the apartment complexes. But the stigma that this is going to change and this is all going to turn around is kind of ending. I think most people realize we're not getting inundated with out-of-state buyers in the way we were, which leaves basically the locals to purchase this real estate, and they can't afford this real estate on the salaries that they're paid here. Again, that hotel still can't tell us when they're going to open the resort on the harbor because they cannot find workers. The pay is not going to support anyone renting or buying right now. This slowdown is also at a time when deals are getting much harder. I mean, historically, they've always been hard. It was easy mode for the past 3 years. Like, it really was. I hate to say that, but you know, you got to work for your commissions now, and a lot of people are not used to that. But this is also coming at the time when the new survey revealed from Fannie Mae that 84% of people think it's a bad time to buy. That's a historic high number. It's never been that high, which I feel like I was just saying that a few months ago. But we just keep hitting new highs, and they tell you the housing prices just keep hitting new highs, but certainly not that way here in Southwest Florida. You know, nationwide, we would need a 55% wage jump median to accommodate for the new housing prices. As I've said before, what do you guys think is the most likely endgame scenario here? Is it that everyone gets a 55% raise or housing prices come down? And that's where we're at. Builders are catching on to this. Builders do not like 8% rates. Even if they're going to buy you down, you're going to be at 6 at that point. They are slashing prices so aggressively. I mean, overnight, $50,000 off a $400,000 house, something which was pretty much unheard of before this time. And not only are they knocking off 50 grand, which is a pretty big chunk off a $400,000 house, some are offering to pay all your closing costs. No title charges, none of that. You pay no closing costs. They'll give your realtor a good commission. So things are really changing. They're actually, some of them are offering full upgraded appliances packages for free. So if you guys are in the market for new construction, try to negotiate a little bit. Definitely see if you can get a better rate, but also try to take something off the price, see if they'll throw in a good package for you. With that being said, most of these builds remain over that $300,000 price point. So, you know, if the builders can't get it done, guys, with brand new construction that's coming to market soon, what hope as a reseller, you know, a seller of your existing home, do you have to overprice it when not only can you get a new one for practically the same price, most likely cheaper once you factor in maintenance, repairs, and insurance, but sometimes now even the purchase price is cheaper than the existing homes around here. It's a harsh reality to have to tell somebody you missed the boat. You know, you're still up. You're still up at the casino, you know what I mean? Get out while you're still up. But yeah, you didn't hit the jackpot. If you didn't sell in 21, 22, you kind of, I don't think that's coming back anytime soon. And if you pay attention to the Fed, they're kind of telling everyone that it's not coming back anytime soon. Don't fight the Fed, they say. Now, interestingly enough, I am still seeing new builds being bought for rentals. I mean, people are buying these things and put them up for rent the next day. They are not moving down here. I think Florida's market for housing and rentals is pretty much, you know, headed south. If so many people debate me on it, but we have so many obstacles here. They're building. I had a guy he built a brand new duplex in one of our up and coming communities. Last month he paid $280,000 for it. Last month he put it up for $2,700 a month. As of October, it is up for $1,900. He's knocked $800 off the asking rent, and nobody is showing up. And it's happening all over my area. Rental inventory is still skyrocketing because the renters are buying. They're not going to deal with this again. Landlords are starting to come to the realization that 3 times the rent is not going to happen. Their credit score requirements, they're actually lowering those as well, which I was very surprised to see. They'll take you down in the 580s right now. And they've been pretty bold lately. 680 or we don't want to talk to you. And now things are changing rapidly. I mean, I'm seeing really, really reasonable rents, and they're not getting filled either. Same with the houses. Appropriately priced houses not getting sold. I don't know what some of these investors were thinking. You know, a lot of them are international. Some of them are definitely out of state. I don't know if they counted on someone to tell them what their projected rents would be, but these are so far away from reality. And I know a lot of them, anecdotally, are losing a lot of income right now because these were not purchased cash. These are mortgaged properties, and these people have a monthly obligation to meet. And guys, it's not just my local rental market. Miami is even seeing a huge slowdown now. Their luxury rental market is backing up really quickly. Things are going south there fast. Local real estate agents are saying that people are not moving to Miami with the velocity which, you know, what they were during the pandemic. Localized rents, you know, normalized rents are also starting to fall there a little bit, though, you know, 1% year over year is not big. I understand that. But we do know Miami saw an influx or an outflux of people leaving the city for the first time in like 20 years. So it's put the pressure on enough people to get out of there that this is spreading pretty much throughout the entire state. I'm also hearing from colleagues down in Naples, same exact scenario down there. Rents are softening. People are not, they're just not showing up. You know, they're not showing up for the prices, and the locals can't afford them. And people who had purchased all of these things as investments, which there's quite a few of them, are just kind of sitting on the vine and suffering right now. And as you guys know, while all of this is going on, they are still building tons of these luxury apartments everywhere. Thank you guys for the comments who tell me, you know, what you see in your states. This is all over the country, guys. It's not just Florida. They're building these things everywhere. Nobody wants them or can really afford them. They are jamming up inventory all over the place. We have 3,000 being constructed here in Charlotte County. They just announced another 600 just last week on another site. And I'm like, are these guys out of their minds? At what point do you take a look at the ones that are just coming online now, which we have in like our Westport community? They're just not getting rented. These people are offering free month, no deposit, all these incentive, the cash back I've told you guys about, they're not getting filled. Why would you start to break ground now on another rental property? Obviously, the ones that are in process, we've been over. It's been since 2020. This is how long these things take to get off the ground, but they are saturating the market. They're crushing mom and pop investors and mom and pop landlords, because you can get a brand new 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment for 18 to 2,000. And some of these people, you know, for the 2-1s, like I said, 2-1 with a carport, they're selling at 230. Well, guess what? To rent them is also $1,800. So, you know, people are not going to do that. And I think it's just going to get worse from here on out for rentals specifically. As I've mentioned before, if you're in the market to sell, take a look at the numbers. Things are closing well under ask. I would not be waiting for the snowbirds personally. Again, not financial advice, my personal opinion. So that's what I got for today, guys. If you're looking for an agent that shoots it straight in this area, give me a shot. Would love to help you out. If you like this content, please give me a like, a share, a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.